Imperfect Gentleman Show.
I know. Yeah, you're not here. You're not in the studio. Actually, you're phoning in, which is actually a new thing we're gonna be doing. I think because I don't think George is coming back to LA, bro. It's me, George.
I'm enjoying DC a little too much.
It's George, John, myself, and of course Martin's in the building. Stephanie has yet to return. I feel like you guys went away and are never coming back.
We straight abandoned you, Tehran. We just went. We're international now. I mean, that's all that happened.
You're not international. You're in Washington, D.C. Like, Stephanie's international.
But it feels international. It's a 6-hour plane ride, man. That's a flight, yo. That's a flight.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do that flight every week. Remember that?
Well, at one point, you were doing it twice a week, remember?
Yeah, 2 times a week. I used to fly back and forth like boom, 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 boom. I was used to it. But
that's exhausting. Did you take the aisle seat or the window?
I'm always a window. I'm a window person because as soon as I get on a flight, I can pop on a movie or read a book, fall asleep, and it's like I teleported. I do not mind flying at all.
Yeah, I'm an aisle person.
You're an aisle? Do you pee a lot?
But like I feel like no one's a middle person. If you're a middle seat person, you're a weirdo.
You
right?
are a weirdo. It's a little weird. Do you pee a lot?
No, not as long as I don't have too much water before the flight or like soda. The worst is when you have coffee before the flight. That's the worst.
I don't ever pee on flight. I get annoyed when people who, like, if I happen to catch an aisle, I look at people, I'm like, yo, are you peers? Because if you are, you need to sit here. I'm not getting up.
Oh, that's smart.
But you like the aisle because you're tall and you stretch your legs.
But the problem with the aisle seat is, although I do get to stretch my leg, I have very broad shoulders, so when I fall asleep, people always bump into me and wake me up in the aisle seat.
Oh.
And it's the most annoying thing in the world.
You know where you wouldn't have that problem? In first class. And that's somewhere where it's like, we're not going to, like, first class, when you walk in, that's why they let first class people sit first. They should be the last ones on the flight because they get the front seat. They get there first just so they can look down at us as we walk by them to go to coach. Like, it's even called, like, it's just called peasant. Like, you're just walking to the peasant.
To tell me we live in the U.S., but we're dealing with developing nation, third world issues.
No, it's look, you have to understand the hierarchy is very real. It's not something that is made up. Like, even the way people address you as sir or ma'am, like, you added the Mr. yourself, but there is no Mr. when speaking down to people. They say Mr. Jenkins or Mr. Anderson to the people on the first class. They straight call you a nickname. They might walk by, the flight attendant walks by and is like, yo, what up, G? You sleeping? Like, whoa, why are you speaking to me like this?
One time they called me by my seat name. They're like, are you okay over there, 28C? I was like, what?
Exactly. They just speak down to you.
I'm not a seat number.
Yo, where else do they walk by and they just throw peanuts at you like you're at a baseball game in the bleachers? Like, peanuts, water, peanuts.
Yeah, the worst part about that is I'm the person who asked for a second package of peanuts. Man.
Of course you are. Yo, because especially the peanuts on the flight are good. The worst is when someone has a peanut allergy and so they can't serve peanuts legally. And it's like, really? We're gonna really do this right now? How come no one had peanut allergies when I was growing up? People weren't like dying because I was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in school. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I don't know. Peanut allergy is a serious issue, man.
It's not a serious.
Listen,
it's dangerous. Not. Did you know? You know, in third world countries, there's not a real like they don't have the same amount of allergies or allergetics that we do here, and I know why. It's because, like, for example, do you know how they find out if you have a peanut allergy and how they test for peanut allergies in places like India and Indonesia and Thailand and stuff?
Enlighten me.
You die. Like, you just literally, the kid dies, and then they don't pass on their little wimpy peanut allergy gene. Do you understand? And so they've just eliminated, like, the kids.
Are you laughing about children? Why did you laugh after you said
what do you mean? Listen,
dying?
I didn't laugh. I'm just explaining. It's hypothetical children. It's not like when I chuckled when the alligator ate the little white baby. But here's the thing, okay? There's nothing funny about babies dying. However, you got to put things in perspective.
Didn't you go to India and, like, didn't you go to India and ball out because everything was cheaper?
Yo, I was
the people there. suffering? Like
I was so balling in India. Like I was I was tipping people $5 bills like I was Rockefeller. Like I was like lighting money on fire. I don't even smoke cigars. I was just lighting money on fire and lighting cigars for other people.
So you don't even drink. Now I do. So if I wanted to go to a nightclub there and I want to go ball out, how much money do I need to be like the champagne poppy in the nightclub over there?
Where? In India?
Like how much? Yeah, how much do you need to drop?
$24. I promise. No, but here's the thing about India. I don't want to make it sound like it's extremely poor. There are some extremely rich and wealthy people in India. It's just the gap between the lower class and the upper class is very far. There isn't a strong middle class like there is in the United States. But even in the United States, it's
sure in Mumbai the clubs are like expensive, right?
I mean, I didn't get to go to a nightclub. Just the places that I generally went were inexpensive. I enjoyed myself. It was a good time. I'm looking forward to going back, but not because of the country, but just because of the comedy. Like, I mean, India is just I'm not a real big travel person, and India was cool, but there's only so much time I could spend in India. My favorite place I visited is Dubai, and even Dubai I could spend maybe a week tops. But it's the only other place outside America that I feel like I would live is in Dubai. Which we should have probably moved 6 years ago. We should, you and I
made that move.
We should have. We would have been popping.
Tabby told us, George and Tehran, you need to move to Dubai. You'll be more successful there.
100%, and I agree.
We didn't listen to her.
I agree
because we were like, hey, we're popping, we're in LA, and then then the rest is history.